In this lesson, we'll review a sentence completion problem. It's part of the critical reading section. We're on page 960, question 6 out of 8. So we know these questions get progressively harder. This is a moderate to difficult problem. The two sisters selflessly dedicated their lives to the nursing profession. Their blank made them blank, ones whose ways are worthy of imitation. So let's try to predict the answers, get the keywords, and then we'll look at the choices. So the two sisters, this is a key descriptive word. They selflessly dedicated their lives to this profession. They're blank. So the only key word we have is selfless. So you want some word thinking of others. You could even use the same word we have here, so we'll just call it their selflessness. You're not going to obviously find that, but it'll just help you focus when you're looking at the choices. So we know they thought of others. They weren't selfish. They were selfless. And the second blank made them blank. And here's the clue for the second blank: ones whose ways are worthy of imitation. So they sort of set an example. They made them examples. Ones whose ways are worthy of imitation. They were imitation worthy. All right? Selfless, imitation worthy. And we have two blanks here. So the top is the first blank and the bottom is the second. You can really approach these in either order. And I tell students definitely to recommend finding the one you're most confident and then doing that and working backwards. But I think selfless is a pretty easy one. We're going to start with this for the first blank. And we'll work on aptitude, vocab. Aptitude is a skill word. So we've had words like adept, adroit, but that is not the same as thinking of others. So we know automatically this is out. And by the way, eccentric, this is sort of somebody who has like really kind of peculiar tendencies or quirks. So again, we've already eliminated it with A, but we'll build vocab. Morality. Now, morality, we know, is a positive word. That's doing the right thing, being virtuous. Not quite the same as selflessness. And emancipation, maybe you've heard from history, the Emancipation Proclamation that was signed by President Lincoln. Emancipation is to free from bondage. So that has nothing to do with worthy imitation. Morality is a virtue. So this is out. Erudition. This is a good word. It's pretty common. This is very scholarly or academic, very learned. That is not selfless. An enigma is sort of a mystery or riddle. Again, we know erudition is out. And then devotion. Again, devotion is similar. We know that they were devoted, but that's not the same as selfless. It's not quite the same. An egotist, to have a large ego, that's to be arrogant. We've also had words like supercilious, haughty. That's not it either. Again, if you know these words, it makes it much easier, but I think sometimes students don't know all of them, and then they're sort of trying to eliminate and guess. Great word in E. Altruistic is to be selfless. It's to be modest. It's to be effacing or self-effacing, to be humble, to take away attention from yourself. It's the opposite of arrogant, haughty, and supercilious, or hubristic. That's another good word for egotist, hubris. But we want selfless. Altruism is the only word that works on the top, and exemplar is pretty much what it sounds like. It's an example. It's to set an example. They were worthy of imitation. So that works perfectly. Again, I think if your vocab is strong, this is not a difficult question, but keep building, and this will make these problems much more manageable. All right, the answer here is E. See you next time. Thanks for watching.